Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Scrambled, episode number 5. I'm Kazie.
Darnell.
Derek.
And on this episode, we got VCU men's basketball versus St. Joe's. We got VCU versus Richmond in round 2 of the Capital City Classic. We give our Player of the Week honors from all 3 of us, and a lot of rambunctious scrambling in the same time. So let's do this. Let us begin. We have VCU versus St. Joe's on the St. Valentine's Day massacre that never really happened, but it almost gave us a heart attack anyway. VCU survived Valentine's Day on Love Day. I mean, game day, love day.
Right.
We'll call it Love Day. 81-91. VCU was victorious over the Hawks. I almost had a heart attack, but, VCU got it done. The streak continues. Your thoughts on what happened on Valentine's Day? Actually, what did you get? Did you give somebody Valentine's on that day?
I did.
You did? Oh, what?
I bought.
Is it
appropriate?
Yes, it is adult approved. I mean, I did.
YouTuber.
Did the chocolates, did the flowers, bought 2 teddy bears. One came inside of a cup.
Oh,
and a
very nice.
cup. So, yeah. Happy Valentine's Day.
2.
I feel awkward saying it.
Oh, let's just talk about the game.
Okay, all right, sorry.
But back to the game. Chocolate. Sorry, I'm a kid. I like SpongeBob. Get over it.
And colored markers.
Anyway, all right, back to the game seriously. 91 points. That's how many points VCU put up. Mm-hmm. You would think that would be a good thing. And it is, especially in a winning effort. But the fact that they had to put up 91 points to beat St. Joe's because their defense, VCU's defense we're talking, did not really have their best effort. I mean,
say that, yeah.
You also had a depleted St. Joe's with 1, 2, 3, 4. Their main pieces gone, and they still racked up 81 points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it was a 91, 70, 60 game, all is peachy keen. But if you watch that press conference that Coach Wade had, you would think they would have lost.
Forest fire, right?
Yep.
Kind of brush fire.
Yeah, he's making forest fires.
We got lucky. That was his quote.
Yeah,
got lucky,
and especially when your star point guard puts up 34 points.
A new record! Well,
that's a good bailout right there.
Yeah.
But it was a good win, but it shows. Coach Wade has talked about this a lot in the past, more so last year than this year. The margin of error this team has for victory. And the margin of error, I think, was highlighted in that game. Just luckily, you had your point guard bail you out. JeQuan Lewis, career high, 34 points. Credit to him. We'll talk more about him later in the show. But it's not going to happen all the time.
Can't win like this consistently.
You can't win like that consistently against a St. Joe's team that lost 2 of their star players from last year's team, DeAndre Bembry and Isaiah Miles. And also, like you said, multiple guys on that team wasn't even there.
Literally, almost the majority of their offense was non-existent in that game.
You couldn't tell. You couldn't tell by the way they played.
Props to the Hawks. They played a tremendous game.
If you do that against a team like that you, and I hate saying this, but that you're probably supposed to beat without difficulty.
That's part of it, though.
But
they weren't tuned up. BC wasn't tuned up for them like they were.
Tuned up for what?
One player was tuned up, but
luckily,
yeah.
But I'm speaking.
It's not going to work all the time.
No, I agree.
And
I agree.
It really showed in that game. Credit to them. They won on Valentine's Day, and a lot of Ram fans are unhappy. But at the same time, a few of those Rams, I'm pretty sure, left that game pretty upset, including Coach Wade, as we just talked about. Derek, what'd you think?
I have some similar feelings there. I was pretty comfortable, though. I think this is the biggest difference between myself and you two. I was watching the game pretty comfortable that we would win throughout the game, despite there being all those ties and lead changes. I don't know. I just had a lot of faith that VC would pull that game out. But luckily, JeQuan Lewis had the game of his life. You said it, 34 points.
9 threes.
And 9 from 15 from 3.
So close to Troy Daniels' single
all
point
of his field
record.
goals
So close.
Came from beyond the arc. That was big. And you guys talked about some of the injuries there for St. Joe's. Nothing to sneeze at there. We knew James Dimery and Charlie Brown, who were healthy, were big contributors to this team, and they had good games. But I think what we did not see were guys like Chris Clover or Brendan Casper, who ended up Clover had a team high 21. Casper added 13 points. Both of those way above their season averages.
Yeah.
And we're talking about the score. It's hard to score 91 points and not give up, 81 points or so, because you have to play fast. You have all these JeQuan Lewis quick threes. And by the way, I wanted to give Samir Dowdy some love. We haven't talked about him a lot, but he's been super consistent. And in this game, he nearly had a triple-double. I think that went unnoticed. He did have a double-double. He ended up with 10 points, 10 assists, thanks to JeQuan Lewis. 5 of his assists were JeQuan Lewis made threes. And he also had 8 rebounds. So a little love to Samir Dowdy as well as JeQuan Lewis there.
Yeah, I like Dowdy's game. He's become more of a, he originally was a slasher when he came here.
Very good at it.
Yeah, he's very good at it. Now he's got some muscle on him and stuff. Now he's getting more consistently getting points, not really easy points, but he's just doing what he does best, which is driving to the paint and scoring. So he's been doing that consistently. The only thing that I had really a head scratcher was the paint game, because we had trouble establishing that at all. I mean, Mo and Tillman tried to do their best, but when you get...
There's some foul trouble.
Yeah, there was some foul trouble. They also got dominated by points in the paint by the Hawks, rebounding battle, which you never. And
that's your bread and butter.
That is your bread and butter, as Coach Wade said, and like he said, you can't win like that consistently. Maybe one game. I'm quoting. He was like, maybe one game you can win.
It was this game.
But you cannot win like that.
But they did make 13 threes, so that helped a lot about it. But let's go to a more conventional style of victory for VCU. They played Richmond on Friday.
Capital City Classic, round number 2.
And another big win there. Was it 84-73?
84-73. The winning streak continued. Robin Center was the featured... What was that?
8 in a row.
I think.
Okay, cool. It was the featured venue for this evening. And VCU, five-time champion of this game.
He made the wrestling reference, not me.
I had to.
I didn't even know he was. I didn't even.
You can't see VCU 5 times in a row because we beat.
On to Richmond.
All right, 84-73. Let's see. We got JeQuan Lewis with 16 points. You had Jonathan Williams, beard and all.
His first.
I don't have the hair anymore because I got a haircut. Fresh.
That was Johnny Williams' first double-digit point scoring effort since January 11th, and before that he had done it I think 4 or 5 times in a row. So it was nice to see Johnny get back on track in this game.
Yeah, he was like a fullback, running inside, and then he got his shots going, which was great. You also had Doug Brooks, the experience trademark, with 10 points. Second game in a row where he has scored double digits.
Did a lot of the damage from the free throw line too. He had made 6, I believe it was 6 from 7.
And you also had Malik Crowfield with 9 points.
That guy,
3 from 5 from 3.
Right. In enemy territory.
Perfect timing on those threes. It felt like when he hit a couple of those threes that when Richmond was ready to come back into the game, they were starting to get some life. There was a 3-pointer by Crowfield. And I'm making a bold prediction right now. Malik Crowfield will end up in the top 5 in 3-pointers made in VCU history. I really believe that.
I'm just going to put this here. I'm just going to...
We're going to have to write that down somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, he definitely had a big game. He's a key variable for this team. Obviously, you have JeQuan. You've got the bigs, who I'll get into that. They didn't have a great game. But whenever you have a guy go 3 for 5 from 3 that's off the bench,
all right,
you can't ask for anything more than that.
Yeah.
But so you have a trio of guards score a bunch of points, and as well as Malik Crowfield. Dowdy had another solid game.
Give some love to, and the bigs had themselves a good day as well.
They got a lot of foul trouble for those guys.
A lot of foul trouble, but offensively for them?
Well, look, Mo and Hamdi had 4. Tillman fouled out. Mo had 7 points and 3 rebounds. Tillman 8 and 6. Hamdi 8 and 3.
Died.
It was not bad production from them, but it wasn't what we're used to.
But also, think about when they started to go to work at the beginning of that second half.
That was definitely a key.
That's when you saw BCU start to pull away from Richmond. And after that, you saw Richmond kind of just try to buy their way into the game. But it was that run right there that clearly gave BCU the lead.
That's what gave space.
Richmond could not get back within about a couple points after that.
Well, let's be fair. Again, Coach Wade said it earlier in the St. Joe's conference that his team does not want to fall for the bait of, teams packing the paint and then just trying to go around them to make them force 3-point shots, which was great because they only shot 14.
14 and made 7 of them.
Yeah, 50%.
That's a recipe for success.
That recipe worked that game. But that's
14 is not an unreasonable amount to shoot.
Yeah, compared to the St. Joe's game, that was like I think in the upper 20s. I think something. Like that.
But look, I mean, they had 40 points in the paint compared to Richmond's 22. It just wasn't the bigs. It wasn't the bigs getting most of it. It was Johnny, it was Samir, and it was JeQuan slashing and getting themselves great shots inside, more so than what usually happened in conference play, which was the bigs dominating. But foul trouble this time kind of.
Is that a concern for you guys? Because, they got away from the bread and butter, which is feed the three-headed beast, but they got their guards.
It's not too much of a concern, especially one thing, the takeaway from that St. Joe's game, we talked about JeQuan's performance, 34 points. But this game,
new record!
But in this game, you saw a more well-rounded effort from that team, from every single component. We talk about Crowfield's threes, the guards slashing to the basket, Mo Hamdi Tillman getting buckets in the paint when they needed to, and also sparking that run in the early part of the second half, because they started the second half on a 10-2 run. But it was a much more solid play from the entire team, not just one player doing it. And if everyone's getting involved, it makes your team better and you have more options to go to, which is something that you can see going forward. You would like to see going forward.
Especially when your bench outscores the opponent 34-9.
Right. I was encouraged by the performance, especially because of all the foul troubles. They didn't take... Like you said, I don't think they took the bait. I would say they were very disciplined.
They were about to. They were like...
I think they were very disciplined with their three-point shots.
It's right there for you. It's right there. It's right there. You're not going to take it. I'm going to win.
And they were also super patient offensively. They made a bunch of extra passes to get great looks inside for guards or the bigs who had solid nights given they didn't play a ton because of foul issues. So I was very encouraged by this performance.
I was very surprised at that, especially with your patience comment, because in, rivalry game, hostile environment, you're the visiting team.
JeQuan coming off a 34-point performance, could have just thought, I'm just
kill
going
everything.
off.
3-point,
but he's team leader, did a great job.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah, and team also the team shot over 55% in both.
Oh yeah, how do we not? Yeah, that's you shoot 55%.
Yeah, 58% from the field the entire game. You can't ask for much better than that. You really cannot. Now it's just about sustaining that going forward as we get into the dog days of conference play.
All right, so 2 big games this week, some big performances. Let's talk about who we thought our individual players of the week are. I wonder if there might be a
Will there be a 3-way agreement here?
Kazie, who do you think might deserve player of the week honors?
Well.
I thought he was talking about himself.
Yeah, I was like, this guy right here.
I like being number one.
Oh, that's cool. I mean,
let's see. First or last, baby.
I would now, the public pick would be JeQuan Lewis, career high 34 points.
Don't give me a hipster pick, come on.
But I am going to actually give it to Samir.
What?
What?
I'm a little upset, but I can understand.
No. I'm gonna be the different one. I'm gonna take.
He almost had a triple double. I
know. It's okay. It's okay for you to be wrong. It's okay. It's great. It's fantastic. But for me, it's Samir because he's Samir. What? Can I say my piece? Thank you. Samir Dowdy, like you said, consistently, he is putting up
this entire 8.
Yeah, he's putting up double digits. Now, granted, JeQuan Lewis, I love the guy, love his play, love that he got in a career high.
We will give him the love.
Yeah, y'all give him the love. I'm gonna give some love to Samir Dowdy so I don't make it a sleeve. So we did all love our VCU basketball players. But Samir, hands down, great week for him. I'm proud of him.
10 assists is crazy.
Yeah, he almost got a triple-double. Rebounds, 8 rebounds from a guard.
Right.
That is incredible. So I'm gonna give it to Dowdy.
He looks very depressed.
I mean, my mental pick, I want JeQuan, but all right, here we go.
Go for it.
You go, Derek. I need a minute.
My pick, I hope, is going to align with Darnell's. It's JeQuan Lewis, 34 points. He's the reason that VCU beat St. Joe's. Right. 34 points, had to have all of them. And then against Richmond, he goes 16 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and only 2 turnovers. Efficient game. I don't see how you can give it to anyone else. My money's on JeQuan Lewis. Best player on the team, best player this week.
Ditto.
You're really mad about my pick, aren't you?
I mean, the man was named A-10 Co-Player of the Week.
I'm not saying I would not pick him, but I'm gonna give another
He just
Ram
wanted to
some
get
love.
some love.
Okay.
I got.
You sure?
It's good. It's good.
You okay?
We're good. We're still friends.
Are we?
I give you a hug.
All right. Oh, love. It's not even love
Let's
day.
close. Since we talked about Valentine's Day, let's close it out on that one.
All right. So that was episode 5 of Scrambled. Myself, Kazie.
Darnell.
You're so mad. Oh, Lord.
I like Darnell on Twitter.
Oh, we're gonna do that now? All right. For Twitter information on our personal accounts, I am on Twitter at ShadowKazi.
I just said no.
I know, just
okay?
say it again.
1 for the money, 2 for the show. I like Darnell.
That was a long.
I'm at Derek Marion.
For more information on VCU Sports, like us on Facebook at VCU Sports. Follow us on Twitter at VCU Sports. Like all of our pictures, videos, and all of that other goodness on Instagram at VCU Sports RBA. He's still mad at me.